Ooh, 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 ooh. Ladies, gentlemen, gamers, and fellow Honkai Star Rail lovers and haters, welcome back! It's nearly 3 a.m. And yes, I know I'm late. But as this is going to become the norm now, I should explain why. It is because daylight savings time. Usually these videos always come out at 11, now they come out at 12. 12 is more inopportune than 11, so it's probably going to be late. But either way, ironically enough, I don't feel like we're missing much because today we're starting our drip marketing coverage for Mydei. So, Mydei, and there's going to be slight spoilers for the story in here, but Mydei is very interesting. He is a prime example of the curse that I have when it comes to these reactions. And that is whatever I like ends up not being to my fancy, aka I don't like it. And then whatever I don't care about that I think I'm gonna skip and that I think that I'm gonna hate, I actually end up liking. Now there's some exceptions to this, which is basically the OP as fuck characters like Acheron. I liked her, and when I got her, I still liked her. But Jing Liu, this happened to. When I got Jing Liu, I was like, okay, this is cool. But I was like, eventually I had buyer's remorse. Same with a couple other things, but regardless, this is where, ironically enough, normally we would be still on the other person's drip marketing coverage, and the other person being the person on banner right now, which is Treeby. But I actually already did my ruling for Treeby, so you could go check that out right now. But regardless, this is for Mydei. So, what do we think of Mydei? Mydei is very interesting. Again, similar to just other characters as well. He suffered, or I guess I suffered, to the curse. I thought Mydei was going to be an easy skip. I thought, oh, he's a guy, he has a cock. You know, this is going to be perfect. I can save even more for Castris. And while that still may be the case, there's some explanation that needs to happen here. So this is kind of the fourth criteria, aka the competition. And not really competition much anymore, more like who can they be paired up with next. Because ironically enough, I heard, and this is the weird part because there's a lot to talk about with Castris whenever her stuff starts. I heard that there is a potential for both, and not just one, both Tribby and Mydei to be on a Castris team, which is interesting. But we won't focus too much on that. But we will focus on Mydei here. So, what are the criteria for me to give my oh so wanted opinion on? Number one, gameplay meta. Number two, looks. Number three, lore. And number four, competition, which we kind of already went into. But we'll go into more. So, number one, gameplay meta. This is probably the biggest factor for me, as always. And this is the one I was the most surprised about. They do something that, for some odd reason, they don't let you do. I think only in Genshin, because I think Zenless does this too now. Excuse me, or has been. But basically, they let you use Mydei for a quick minute in the story. And I'm gonna be honest, once I saw his kit, once I read it, I was like, oh, this seems really confusing. This seems stupid. But I actually really like his kit a lot, believe it or not. I think thematically it fits extremely. And I think for my personal preference, which is not playing the game, it suits me extremely well. He is a destruction character, so I don't really need a new destruction. But again, he is able, allegedly, to be used with Castris. So this is where, ironically enough, we're starting with keeping up with the Star Rail. I feel like he's going to get the same treatment as Aglia. I hope he gets a little bit better, but I don't expect anything more than a little bit better than Aglia, because Aglia got done fucking dirty. But I expect just this and maybe a character trailer, and that's it for him. But man, his gameplay is so brain dead. It's so just autopilot. It's actually crazy. And this is where like the lore kind of goes into it too. And obviously they're going to explain more of how his kit works. I'm kind of glossing over it, but he basically goes into a state where he just auto battles himself, even if you're not auto battling. And if he dies, that's how he gets out the state. And he doesn't die, he basically reses, which is crazy. I think his gameplay is so easy. It's so, I don't want to say free to play friendly, but it's so brain dead. He's just an easy fucking character, and he's gonna do great damage too. I don't know if he's gonna do more than Firefly. I don't know if he's gonna be more easier than Firefly, because Firefly is a extremely easy, straightforward, almost universal character. I don't think Mydei is at that level, but I do think he's pretty cool and pretty fun. But aside from that, look-wise, he's a dude. I do like his look, but I heard him being called the dollar store Walmart Gilgamesh, and now I can't unsee it. And it also makes me fear for the future collaboration between Fate and Star Rail, because they can easily just give us skins instead of characters, which would be scary. But aside from that, his look is whatever. He's a dude. He's alright. Lore-wise, I actually really like his lore. I think the worst thing that betrays him is honestly himself, and I won't spoil too much, but I really like his lore. I like his whole story surrounding it. I think at some points they kind of go a little bit too focused on it, but overall the biggest thing that betrays him, like I said, is himself. Sometimes he seems too edgy, he seems too strict and straightforward, whereas in the story and in the lore and in the character interactions, he's shown to have a lot more depth as a character than I think they actually show using the actual character themselves. But it's a small slight that I can overlook, especially because he's a guy and I don't really care. But for all intents and purposes, I thought this was going to be an easy skip, like maybe I would spend nothing. But at this point, because I like Mydei so much, and I doubt these will ever change my opinion, these trailers over here, but because I like Mydei so much, I'm going to do at least a 10 shot. At least. But either way, enough yapping, let's check his kit, and let's see the nice, Albert story we're gonna get. And I'm curious to see who the guest is. I love these Keeping Up with the Star Rails, man. But either way, let's look at the Kremnoans, aka the Spartans, dictionary. Performance boosters, aka steroids. Oh.
The blood of patricide flows in your royal line, and your god bears.
It's just like ancient Greek like lore, man. Ancient Greek myth. Also, I love his crystals. Look-wise, I really like the way his attacks look.
Be bathed in blood and bear your mad fate alone. For one must.
Oh, look at Nikador. Oh, they reused animations from the campaign. Who's the guest? Who's the guest? Finon? It's probably gonna be Finon. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I absolutely love Finon and Mydei's relationship, by the way. I think that is so good.
Hello, everyone. I'm Finon.
Mr.
Finon.
Your enthusiasm is incredible.
He looks so like
prideful
and confident.
You and Mydei must be true friends.
Like he looks like that guy who like has everything under control but acts like a
I'm actually here
clown.
because of you, Mr. Albert.
Whoa, what the?
How so?
Look, our hair color is practically identical.
Oh, he's right.
Maybe we're long lost brothers.
Look at fucking Albert's stubby little
Did you put all your
legs.
skill points into humor or something? Let's not keep the audience waiting. It's time to introduce today's star.
Oh,
Mydei is an imaginary character following the path
the
of
fact that he's
destruction.
imaginary
The crown
boggles
prince
my
of
mind
Castrum
and
Kremnos,
not
he
fire.
inherited his
Look at
people's
him.
boundless courage and honed his body to perfection.
Especially with his attacks, you really would think he's
Devastation
fire.
with
Like, look at
purest
that
might.
shit.
If you want
His
might, he's got might.
explosions.
If you want wisdom, he's got might.
Uh,
And if you want humor, he's got might.
oh my god, he slashed the
Victorious
fucking
is most
Crisis
well-rounded
Leo.
Powerhouse.
You truly understand the art of flattery.
He's drinking. Oh, he didn't like it.
Using his basic attack, Mydei deals imaginary damage.
His basic
based
is
on his max
nothing.
HP to one designated enemy.
Eventually, it's
Mydei
something.
consumes HP to deal
Think.
imaginary damage to one designated enemy and adjacent targets based on his max
I
HP.
think aside from Bleed, he's one of the
Ability
few
does not
characters who
consume skill
consumes
points. When he
HP.
loses HP, he gains charges based on the percentage of max HP lost. And when Mydei's charge reaches a
So
certain
unlike
level, he
Firefly,
consumes
oh no,
charges to
Firefly
enter
does it too, but
Vendetta, restoring
unlike
HP
Firefly, he
and
doesn't
advancing
really,
his
I
action.
think, get damage reduction when he gets
Mydei
lower.
gains increased maximum HP. If Mydei suffers a killing blow, he will not be knocked down, but will instead clear all charges, exit the vendetta
So he gets a
state,
free
and restore
res.
his HP. After unlocking the trace Earth and Water, Mydei will no longer exit vendetta when struck by a killing blow while in the vendetta state.
It's
That
crazy.
immortal body soaks up damage like a sponge. Trust me.
It really
I've
goes
tested it
along with his
myself.
lore too. I
After
really
unlocking
like
trace
it.
30 tyrants, Mydei becomes immune to crowd control debuffs while in vendetta.
Broken,
Mydei in vendetta
broken,
will attack anyone who
broken.
dares stand in his way. He will automatically launch attacks and use the more powerful abilities Kingslayer be King and Godslayer be God.
Don't joke
He
around
is so
with Mydei,
cool.
because his fists are no joke.
Oh,
I've tested them. They hurt.
the fact that Finon is on his level, by the way, boggles my mind too.
When using the enhanced skill Kingslayer be King, Mighty consumes
Yeah,
HP
when
to deal
using it,
more
aka
imaginary
when it's
damage to
being
one
forced to
designated
be
enemy
used,
and adjacent
because you
targets
can't
based
control
on his max
this.
HP. This does not consume skill points. While
He's
in
literally
Vendetta, Mighty's
neutral.
defense has a value of 0.
What?
He's not pulling any punches. He just sees defense as unnecessary baggage.
Crazy.
That's right, because that way he gets more charges when he's hit.
Wow.
Once Mighty's charge reaches a certain level, he consumes charges to gain 1 extra turn and unleash his most devastating attack.
How that's gonna work in the simulated with all the preservation blessings.
Enemy and adjacent targets. As before, this
Impact frames. Impact frames.
An eye for an eye. How about 10 eyes instead?
Jesus.
Sounds like a criminal
Look at his
to me.
attack. He stabs you with just fucking like
Mighty deals
gems.
imaginary damage to 1 designated enemy and adjacent targets based on his max HP. Taunting the
Look at this
attacked
shit.
enemies for
God,
7
he's
turns.
such a baller.
Furthermore, the next God Slayer be God will prioritize attacking the enemy target designated by the ultimate.
He taunts
Ooh.
me every time we meet.
Huh.
I thought he was born with that.
He has a taunt too, which is crazy.
Quite the talent for
I'm
taunting
actually
people
very
too, huh?
surprised by his kit, man.
Where was I again? All right. When casting his ultimate, Mighty restores HP and gains charges for his talent. After locking the Trace Bloody Chitin, and if Mighty's max HP reaches a certain threshold at the start of battle, he will increase his crit rate, the charges he gains when attacked, and his incoming healing based on his max HP that exceeds the threshold.
That is crazy.
Using his technique, Mighty pulls in enemies within a certain range and dazes them. Dazed enemies will not actively
He
attack
basically
allies.
set W's them.
When attacking a dazed enemy to enter
Sorry, set
battle,
E, set E.
Mighty deals imaginary
League.
damage based on his max HP to all enemies.
Another max
Taunts
HP
them for several
scaler, so
turns
great with
and gains
Treeby.
charges for his talent. Okay, let's sum it up. Mighty is a battlefield powerhouse who can both fight and tank, and
I'm kinda
thrives
surprised
in
they didn't
brutal
mention,
and
like, he
intense combat
auto-plays
conditions.
himself.
Most of his damage comes from using King Slayer be King and God Slayer be God in Vendetta. Additionally, in the Vendetta state, Mighty is unfazed by killing blows. Mighty
Crazy.
can quickly enter Vendetta either by using his ultimate, taking enemy hits, or frequently using his
So once you
skills
get
to
the
consume
talent that makes it so you don't exit
He can
Vendetta,
unleash
how
his
many
most
times can you
powerful
res?
strike to crush his enemies.
You have to admit that Mighty is powerful and
Oh my
also
god,
a
he's
really good
dragging
guy.
that guy.
You can definitely trust him to watch your back in a fight.
Only through the trials of battle can a warrior's bravery and skill be
Listen,
fully
I can't say
realized.
too much,
Time
but
for
this
real
guy
combat.
is
Let's see how this
strong.
ferocious conqueror reigns over the battlefield and becomes crowned
Oh my
in
god, he's
blood.
getting ganged.
Mighty uses his technique and enters battle. Thanks to his technique, he's already gained a certain amount of charge. Mighty uses his skill to deal damage to the enemy, consume his HP, and gain more charges. He then enters Vendetta.
His
and advances
fucking
his action.
crystals.
His skill, now enhanced, unleashes a raging inferno upon his enemies. Pressing the advantage, Mighty targets the enemy leader to use his ultimate on, dealing damage while also restoring HP and gaining charges.
Like him on his throne is
Enemy's
so
leader also
fucking
becomes
cool.
the target of God Slayer be God. Due to the taunt effect of the ultimate, enemies focus their attacks on Mighty, and the HP he loses is converted into charges.
Oh
And since his
shit.
max HP surpasses a certain threshold, he gains more charges when attacked and receives more HP when healed. Not only did the enemy fail to take down Mighty, they're about to suffer his most terrifying attack.
Oh no.
Consuming his HP to use King Slayer be King, Mighty finally has enough charges. He immediately receives an extra turn, and it's time to
I think
use
he gets an
God
extra
Slayer
turn,
be
like,
God.
out of all these things is crazy. He gets a
Final
lot of
move
extra
is strike.
turns.
The enemy
If you
is
can time
grounded
things
into
right.
paste. The battlefield falls silent, and that's a wrap.
And there it
What
is.
a satisfying battle. Mighty's power is unquestionable, but it's a pity he still can't stand up to me.
Fine on this talking so much hot shit.
Like I said, can I please trouble you with something?
Just say the word. I can do anything, except get on Aglaya or Treeby's bad side.
Ah.
Well, Dressmaster has been eyeing my poor feathers.
Oh my god,
I'm
there's
sorry, I
continuity
can't
with the
eat
Glia.
meat. I don't even
Holy
dare go
shit.
outside.
This happened in the last Star Rail.
Oh, Sir Violin.
Sir.
That's a tough one. I'll try to figure something out in the next few days.
He doesn't know what the fuck to do. Glia is hunting him.
Wrapped up in one day.
Oh,
Hey,
oh,
don't you
baiting?
worry, I'll sort it out in
Baiting?
half a day.
Oh my god, Albert baited him. Yo, Albert's kind of evil, yo. Interesting. So pretty whatever, not really anything I didn't already know, aside from like the little extra talents and stuff, but man, it's the same way. I feel like again, it's so ironic. I thought this was gonna be such an easy skip, and again, I have to pace myself, I have to limit myself because of oh excuse me. I have to limit myself because of casters coming, my wife. But man, I really wish I could like go in on him, and or I hope I get lucky. There's a lot of characters I really care about. He's one of the ones where I think I'm actually decently excited for if I can get him, but I highly doubt it. But either way, this was his keeping up with the star rail. Kind of useless, but just an excuse to get my opinion out there and get a free video that might get views. So either way, I hope everyone enjoyed. Please tell me what you think of Mydei. Are you skipping him? Are you getting Castris? What are you doing? And if you want to see more of me, you can watch me at Twitch TV/Technics channel. Eee!